In this video you can see 4 stems from a track that I made with the great Navigator and Skarra Mucci. So I'll play it briefly.
Don't you rush. Take it easy. Don't you rush. Take it easy. Once is enough. Well, I've been through ups and downs and man, the places all around. I've seen the faces of my friends. I've seen how the people look at me sometimes. All their drills are bare. I don't know how to make.
So here's Skarra Mucci and
the I reach juice of some melon, some mango and peach. Yes, the Navigator man make come here fi teach. Never do I want them weak.
and this is Navigator, also here in the beginning.
When I step up in the place, just give me my paper. Stack up the currency, I like skyscraper. Inhale the essence, exhale the vapor.
And this technique of using stems is always helpful. For example, if some years later you want to do a different remix or want to give this track to someone else who wants to do a remix, or if your machine maybe is close to its CPU limit and you want to do some further editing or treatment. So in this video I'm just using this to show how to work with a EQ in mid-side mode. So this EQ is now treating the whole sum, and you can choose between mid or side treatment, and you can do this also in other EQs. For example, in Ableton Live you have a similar option. So if you choose side only, that means only a certain part of the signal which has the mid or mono signal removed by phase shifting is emphasized or lowered. And let's hear what it does with this track.
So don't you worry yourself at all. Don't you worry yourself at all.
Well, when I step up in the place, just give me my paper. Stack up the currency, I like skyscraper. Inhale the essence, exhale the vapor. 3 yard, we have the massive we keep.
It's like if you have a button where you can choose how much stereo effect you have. And in fact, if you look at some equalizers from other companies that have a stereo width button, it's exactly the same as what you have been seeing here. So this is a great tool in case your signal already has some stereo parts in it. This is necessary, otherwise it won't work. For example, I've been recording a choir with an XY mic, and the XY stereo mic has only a small stereo part. It's not very impressing, but by using this technique I can really have a very impressive choir recording without phase problems. And what you can also do with this is lower the low end, because if you turn down the volume of the side part, you can clearly hear it's all mono. This also means that if you just cut off the bass at a certain frequency, this means that all frequencies below here are totally mono. And that's exactly what you want for some tracks if you have to or want to perform them, for example, on a stage where they, for example, may have only a mono subwoofer, or if you want to cut some vinyl because the needle that is cutting swings up and down. And this is a problem if you have too much stereo bass, because then the up and down swinging is so heavy that there is a certain moment where the needle is only cutting not enough, or is cutting not enough because it's so high. And then when you play back the vinyl, it's like the vinyl has a glitch. It's like it's skipping because the playback needle won't be able to keep the track because the track is too thin. So that's something I've been experiencing on my own by cutting vinyl with my label Basswerk, and that's what you can avoid now by using this technique, using filtering from the stereo or side signal in the low end.